If you're a beginner carnivore and you're not sure which grocery store to shop at and you have a low budget, and if you have an Aldi near you, you might want to check them out.
Got to Aldi, let's go see what they have.
Alright, so number one, Aldi has a really awesome seafood selection, and if you can see here, you can get a giant salmon for $18.81, and it looks like they have a lot of options. So portion sizes is one thing. You can get just a smaller portion for this price of $8.99. They also have tilapia fillets, which is for just $5. This would probably even be like 2 meals. You can probably have a side, but $5 for fish. Let's just say you do fish and eggs. What is that, like $6-7 a meal, $8 a meal, which is awesome. 2 meals a day. That's pretty good with carnivore if that's what you're doing, unless you're doing OMAD. But I would say that this is an awesome option, especially if you're looking for something different besides beef or chicken. Don't forget about the seafood. Seafood is amazing. I love seafood. I have salmon almost every day. And also get, this is more, I guess, on the animal-based side. It looks like they do have a little bit of garnish inside of the stuffing with seafood. So this is probably an option if you're transitioning into carnivore from like keto. So this is awesome. This is 1.1 pound of raw shrimp. 26 to 30 raw shrimp per pound. That's pretty awesome. I feel like you can get a couple of different meals out of this. Aldi has some of the cheapest sausage prices, which is amazing. I love a good sausage patty. They are currently selling these at $2.79, and I have definitely seen these at double the price at other grocery stores. So this is an awesome low budget option for beginner carnivores. If you prefer sausage links, they also have sausage links, I believe, for $2.29. So the links are even better priced than the patty. Here we have pork Italian meatballs, and it looks like they have 1 pound worth for $3.49. So again, incredible price. Like, I just don't know where you can beat that. One thing you definitely don't want to miss out on is ribs, and as you can see here, if you want to just kind of zoom into that, it's $1.99 per pound for the spare rib. Just look at how gigantic this is. I would say that that is a pretty awesome meal. That's a lot of food. This would probably be definitely 3 or 4 meals for me anyway. And then we also have pork chops for $3.29 a pound. $3.19 for 1 pound of pork. That is absolutely incredible. You can also grab a full chicken for $2.79 per pound. And it looks like they have an awesome selection of chicken skewers if you're still doing seasoning for $7.99. So this would definitely be a couple meals as well. So you're looking at like $3 to $5 a meal if you're adding a side of something else, like shrimp or eggs. One of the main things that I eat on the carnivore-based diet is eggs. And yes, eggs have gone up exponentially in price everywhere, but with Aldi, you can still get them for a couple dollars, which is pretty cool. $2.72 for 12 eggs. That's pretty incredible. Let's just take a look at these eggs. They look great. We also have an awesome cheese selection with Aldi, but don't forget the sausages are awesome. Definitely take a look at the ingredients before you buy them. These are a chili cheese sausage. They do have quite a bit of ingredients, so you definitely want to take a look at the ingredients. But if you're kind of transitioning as a beginner carnivore and you kind of got to do what you got to do to continue, I'm not being too strict on the ingredients right now, just because I'm doing what I can to continue. I'm on day 20, so, you know, at your discretion. One thing that you definitely want to kind of stay away from is imitation crab. Seafood is awesome, but this really isn't made up of a lot of great things. There's sugar in here. You know, there's rice wine. There's, you know, there is king crab, snow crab, and lobster in this. There's egg as well. This could definitely still be something that you could do, you know, until you become more strict. But personally for me, I try to stay away from like the imitation seafood. I don't know why, it just seems like kind of off. Don't forget that you can always grab a pound or two of ham and just slice it up and fry it in butter. Delicious. $4.49 per pound for the ham. You can also grab, as you can see, grilled chicken strip with rib meat. If you need something for on the go and you're worried about what you're going to eat on the go, or if you need a quick lunch, it looks like these are $2.95. $2.95 for a quick lunch that will hold you over for 4 to 5 hours or longer, I think is an absolute steal. They have an amazing selection of deli meat, but I don't really eat deli meat. It's not for me. However, they do have an awesome selection of deli meat, and let me not forget about these cute little cocktail sausages. They're so cute. I feel like they're so good for like a little snack. Of course, they do have sugar, so of course, like if you're not doing sugar at all, this is, you know, not going to be for you. But I will bring you on over to a section where they have beef and bacon. They have no sugar bacon here, which is I think is pretty awesome, because you can get no sugar bacon for like $8 a pound or $7.99 a pound at other grocery stores. But here, let's check out what they have here. So they have no sugar bacon. If you're strict, they have no sugar bacon. $4.79. So half the price, a little over half the price for bacon. Super affordable. I've seen Publix and Lowe's. I've seen them just, it's like $8. So this is pretty incredible for a pound of bacon. They do have the Applewood Farms as well, thick cut bacon. $6.99 for this, which is incredible. I just think that they have awesome selection. They also have beef hot dogs, $4.99. Organic beef. See, they've got like the sunflower oil and stuff like that. So again, if you're super strict, some of these options are not going to be for you. But I truly believe that any of these options that I'm showing you are a lot better than going and eating like processed carbs, right? So like there's the strict carnivores, and then there's the carnivores who are just like in the beginning stages. So don't be mad at yourself, and don't beat yourself up if you're not the perfect no sugar, no seed oil carnivore right away. Like, this is a journey. You've lived a certain amount of years doing what you're doing. I think I've even heard Dr. Ken Berry say, you know, deli meat is so much better than eating like a processed protein bar, or, you know, a processed carb, or just sugar in general, you know? So, like processed sugar. By the way, these foods will keep you full for a long time. So remember that if you're eating a carb, you're just gonna be hungry again, you know? So this is better, even in the sense of it's gonna keep you fuller longer. So think about that. If you're doing cheese on the carnivore diet like I am, we've got some awesome prices here. You can get a full, pretty decent size bag for $2.59. Colby Jack cheddar cheese, kind of one of my favorites. They have different options if you want to do just sharp cheddar, but these bags seem like they're bigger than the normal traditional bags that I'm seeing in other grocery stores. This seems like it's a little bit bigger. Let's see, approximately 2 3/4 cups, 11 ounces, so that's awesome. This is what I'm talking about with the smaller bag. Even with the smaller bag, 6 ounces, it does say Simply Nature Organic on it. $2.95. I said that's pretty good.
A really good snack is
Cube cheese. So a cube cheese, awesome snack. And also, they do have awesome tray of salami, pepperoni, with cheese. So this could be like a whole week's worth of snack. I think it's awesome, especially if you need something quick. And this is $10.59, which I think is decent. I really love is goat cheese. So good. And $1.79 for goat cheese is amazing. We've got a plain option, we've got a garlic and herb option, and these are really good with pork rinds. So if you need a little something with your pork rinds, goat cheese, amazing. Do not sleep on these. If you haven't tried them, you have to try them. $1.79, that's decent. Again, love goat cheese. Another really cool option, if you're just transitioning right now, this is a keto-friendly cheese fry. It has pasteurized milk, salt, and it says microbial enzymes. I don't know what that last ingredient is, but it says keto-friendly, gluten-free, and perfect for grilling or frying. $3.29. I know we touched on the seafood at the beginning. It was not frozen seafood, but they do still have frozen seafood. So if you love frozen seafood, if you love seafood like I do, you're going to want to take advantage of their frozen seafood. I would say that their options are pretty incredible as well. We've got some skinless tilapia, and let's see how many they have. They're going to tell us. But $5.99 for 16 ounces. So I would say you could definitely also get a couple meals out of this. Then of course we have the shrimp option. $6.29 for this bag, and it is 12 ounces. Look at all that shrimp. Pretty awesome. Alright, so that is a lot of the carnivore, ketovore options in Aldi for really awesome prices. People say carnivore is super expensive, which it can be, absolutely, especially if you're buying your food, your meat, most of your meat from like farms. They definitely do charge more for, good reason. That's where I get a lot of my meat from, which is like local farms and stuff. And maybe I can take you guys along to like a farmer's market maybe next week when I go. Because I do love supporting local farms, and I do, like to know kind of like what my meat, where it comes from. But if you're on a budget and if you feel like you can't do carnivore because you feel like it's going to be too expensive, guess what? It's actually probably going to be less pricey than buying a bunch of junk food and having vegetables and fruits go bad on you in your fridge, and that's money wasted. So having on the carnivore diet, you're not as hungry as you would be if you were eating carbs all day, because when you're eating carbs you just want to eat. But with carnivore, when you're eating meat and stuff like that, you actually get full faster and you don't eat as much. So I hope that helps. If you are thinking about dabbling into carnivore, if you're a beginner carnivore, don't sleep on Aldi. If you have one near you, you can always stock up. If one is farther away from you, you can always freeze stuff. And yeah, let me know what you think of this video, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.